What's up, you guys? Aftershow Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is season 1, episode, I think it was 15. Let's get into the episode.
There you are.
Hey, I thought you were off exploring the city.
About to. This up on the mainland, the Athosians made it. Happy birthday.
It's beautiful. How did you find out?
Mum's the word. All right, we're done with the living quarters. Moving on.
Whoa, before you go. You see anything better than our current quarters?
A few. Some are pretty nice, actually.
Well, what kind of square footage are we talking about?
What am I, your realtor, Rodney? We're here to unlock the secrets of Atlantis.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for a one-bedroom with a den, preferably with a balcony, but I'm not married to it. Look.
Sir, check this
Might as
out.
well be comfortable, at least until the Wraith get here.
Shut up for a second.
What? What is it?
Some sort of laboratory.
We come across dozens of those, but the city's full of them. Something unusual about it?
I'm gonna go with yes.
I'd have to say yes.
Life science systems indicate viability. According to the initial data I've been able to access, she's been in that chamber for 10,000 years.
10,000 years?
Doesn't look a day over 9,000.
She'll continue to age at a very slow rate until she
Well, that's
dies,
nice
which,
of you to
judging by the
say.
look of her, seems more likely to occur sooner rather than later. Bringing me back to my original point.
Look at her. She's so old, I'm afraid the process of reviving her might actually kill her.
We cannot let this chance to talk to a living, breathing ancient slip through our fingers. Again.
And who knows what state of mind she'll be in. Not to mention the fact that she might be carrying some horrifying contagion.
And who knows what she knows about our city? More importantly, does she know
Yeah,
about any
true, there was an
ZPMs lying
ancient one
around?
time and
there's
had
a
a
thought.
contagion.
Reviver.
But Doctor...
It's my call.
Thank you.
That's still kind of,
The whole time we thought this city was
that's
abandoned.
not the greatest.
Is it possible the Atlanteans left her
I don't know.
behind
I
when
don't
they
agree with
abandoned the
that.
city for Earth?
Maybe she wanted to stay behind.
Maybe they forgot about her.
In which case she's gonna be really pissed when she wakes up.
What is it?
She straight up just moved.
This gate address is 5 of them. M7G677. We've been to this planet.
Dr. Weir?
Hello? Can you hear me?
That's what I was afraid of. Freezer burn.
Thought she wasn't frozen.
10,000 years, you expect her to dance a bloody jig.
Yeah, it's the eyes, Carson. You gotta look at the eyes. Lights are on, but nobody's home. It doesn't take a medical professional to know that.
Of course you can see us and hear us. Hello, how you feeling? It worked.
What was that?
She said it worked.
What was that mean?
I assume something worked.
Yes, it's very sharp.
Thank you.
Hello?
And then she just dies, that's
She
it.
fell asleep.
I have a theory.
She's drifting in and out. Still very weak.
Something isn't right there.
But
I'm
there's
not gonna
something
say
a wee
shit
bit
though.
odd about this woman. She called me Carson. She knows my name.
Maybe she overheard you talking to
Okay.
someone.
No.
I'll mention it. Okay. I reckon the beginning of the episode we mentioned that it's Weir's birthday. Somehow I think this woman is Weir. Maybe. I don't know. That's my theory.
Alone in here when she woke up.
Oh, what about subconsciously? I've heard stories of coma patients being able to hear.
No, it's more than that. She knows things.
How are you feeling? Look at you. I didn't think I'd see any of you again. Missed you all. So terribly. Even you, Rodney.
You see?
Kind of sounds like her. I don't know.
I'm sorry? Do we know you? I'm you, Elizabeth.
I couldn't have written this shit, man. I clocked on
That's what
so
she said.
quick.
She somehow found a way to travel back in time to when the ancients inhabited this city.
Is time travel even possible?
Yes.
Well, according to Einstein's general theory of relativity, there's nothing in the laws of physics to prevent it. Extremely difficult to achieve, mind you. You need the technology to manipulate black holes to create wormholes not only through points in space, but time.
Not to mention a really nice DeLorean.
Don't even get me started on that movie.
I like that movie.
Results of the DNA test. It's a match. She is you.
How did I know that? How did I clock on so quick? I'm just that good. I don't know. I just had a vibe. I don't know.
If she's been waiting in that stasis chamber all these millennia for us to arrive, why didn't the system automatically attempt to revive her the moment we got here? Answer, it did. I've been going over the data from our arrival. One of the first things we noticed was a sudden power surge in the section of the city where the stasis lab was. It was trying to revive her. Only we didn't know that. All we saw was more power draining from an already nearly depleted ZPM, so we shut down all secondary systems. I almost killed her. You. How weird is that, huh?
Very, very, very weird. Looking at yourself. How you'll be.
Actually, how you will be different than how she is right now. See, the moment she went back in time, she created a separate reality, a second you living in a parallel world, according to one of many interpretations of quantum theory. I mean, simply put, this interpretation states that the universe is in fact split into an infinite number of copies of itself, in which every possible outcome to every decision ever made all exists somewhere in this infinitely layered multi-universe.
Simply put.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Elizabeth?
It's okay. People will be making movies about it. Left, right, and center. In like
There's so much
15
to
years.
tell you. The note. I had a note.
Yes. We got your note. And forgive my bluntness, but we really need to know everything about your encounter with the ancients. Beginning at the point where you went back in time, specifically how you went back in time, because that would be very useful for us if we could just...
Let me talk. It was an accident. We arrived through the Stargate. The lights came on by themselves, sensing our presence. Who's doing that? The city slowly awoke.
Dr. Weir, you have to see this.
There are a lot of things I have to see. Just be careful.
I don't really need a flashback to this. It just happened.
This must be the control room. This is obviously their version of a DHD.
Oh, obvious.
This area is probably power control system, some sort of a computer interface of some kind.
Why don't you find out?
They're
see, that's the
doing that
hitch.
thing where they're
We got
making
lights coming on all over the
this,
city,
like,
air starting to
flashback way
circulate,
too
but no
long.
power coming to any of these consoles. Wait a minute, back up a second. That isn't the way it happened. Everything came online when we arrived. It was lights, computers, power control systems, everything. I was able to access the database immediately.
That's not what happened. Not the first time.
Okay, that's why they had to go. She likes her naps.
Isn't there something you can give her?
If I administer a stimulant, I'm afraid it may induce a dangerous arrhythmia, or worse.
I'm not talking about a strong stimulant, just enough to keep her alert for a few more minutes at a time. And we hardly get a couple of words out of her before she dozes off.
Which I might remind you is not uncommon for a woman of 10,000.
How do you know?
Carson, I understand your reticence, but trust me when I say I believe she can handle it. And I know she'd want it.
Okay.
It's okay, Carson. I'm just as freaked out about all this as you are.
It is her. She's dubbing the voice.
How's our
I
patient
don't
doing?
know if they've got her in old woman makeup though.
Pressure's improving, and as you can tell,
Alright.
she's much more alert.
A little hard to tell.
Are you up for getting out of here? Seeing the city like this, sitting on the surface of the ocean. I can't imagine how relieved I am.
What are you saying? The city didn't rise the first time around?
No, the city was in serious trouble. The very moment we arrived.
Dr. Weir, these ships look like a good fallback. They can hold several people each. Learning how to fly them is going to be another matter.
I'll see if I can pull up a schematic, find a way out.
This ship seems different than the others.
Different how?
It's a different control console. I radioed to Link. He's on his way over to check it out.
Good, I'm on my way too.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
The city's going into a last gas self-protect mode. Airtight bulkheads are slamming shuttle over the city. We've got people trapped.
Wouldn't that protect them?
It's too little, too late. Most of the rooms are already breached. We've got people trapped with water rising. I'll try to override the system, open the doors, but it's seriously hampering efforts to rig power to the Stargate.
How are we doing?
This ship is different than the others.
Yeah, we know that. Why? What's it do?
I do not know. We need more time.
We don't have time.
This is
Airtight,
the time
I
travel
assume?
ship.
It's a
that they
spaceship.
found on
Better.
SG-1.
Major Sheppard, locate
Right?
the roof hatch and the gate ship bail. Try to get it open.
What was that?
Bulkhead doors leading out of the control room have all slammed shut. We're locked in.
Can you get it open?
I'm trying. Forget it. The gate room's flooded.
Get them open and get up here. We're waiting for you.
Elizabeth, we're gonna keep trying to retract the roof. As soon as it opens, you go.
Rodney.
Look, there's no time to argue. Catastrophic failure is imminent.
Just lock yourself in and go.
Despite your efforts, there was nothing you could do, Rodney. Within seconds, the control room was flooded.
I died?
You never gave up trying. Right until the end.
Which is very, doesn't make sense for the Rodney from the pilot episode. I don't know.
Man wonders how
Because
he
he's a
would
bit,
choose
like,
to go out
scared
given
to
such
get a
dire
little bit.
circumstances. No, I know.
He wasn't so brave.
Trying to save the lives of others.
But ultimately failing.
I'm sure if I had a few more seconds, I
Wait a
could...
second. Why didn't the fail-safe mechanism engage and raise the city to the surface? Because there was no fail-safe the first time. Atlantis remained on the ocean floor. The shield completely collapsed. Water came crashing in, flooding every room in the city. You both drowned while attempting to get our people into ships. We, along with Dr. Zelenka, we found ourselves trapped.
We need to get out of here! If we can't get the hatch open,
I do not know. What did you do?
I don't know. I think I just turned it on.
Oh my God.
Space. What happened?
Now what did you do?
Oh, I just...
What was that? We were under attack. We didn't know where we were or who was shooting at us. And that's when John Carson.
This is Becca. I need medical assistance in the conference room ASAP.
This kind of reminded me of Titanic.
How's she doing?
A little bit.
Stabilized, but still very weak and getting weaker.
Your own mortality. Staring you right in the face. Can't imagine how you must be feeling.
On your birthday of all days.
When she looks at me, it's as if she's sensing my thoughts. And I'm sensing hers.
That's when you thought this place couldn't get any weirder.
Well, it's obvious. The puddle jumper they escaped in must have been some sort of a time machine. Had to have an additional component built into it.
Flux capacitor.
Yeah. Question is, where's the time machine now?
Why don't we ask her? Can you tell us? The ship that you escaped in, where is it now? It's gone.
Oh, they're shooting at us. Better question is, how do we shoot back? Did I do that? Hang on!
The next thing I knew, I woke up here.
You're awake?
His name was Jonas. He healed my wounds and explained to me what had happened.
Your ship was shot down. We retrieved it from the ocean floor.
Major Sheppard, Dr. Zelenka?
No one survived.
Hey, that's Gideon. From Charmed.
Ah, the bitter taste of ultimate failure.
Well, if you had just figured out how to fix the damn shield in the first place, none of us would have died.
I did everything I could, including valiantly attempting to save your story.
Gentlemen, focus. Please continue. Needless to say, I was very confused. He explained to me that the ship we had escaped in was a time machine. He was the one who built it. He brought me before the Atlantean Council. I was hoping I would be able to use the time machine again and program it to arrive at the precise moment we came through the Stargate. And if it was possible and you had a ZPM I could take back with me, that would help us considerably. See, the power systems of the city were virtually depleted when...
Enough of this tampering with time. Causality is not to be treated so lightly.
No one's treating it lightly.
You are, with your insistence on continuing the experiments. Despite the condemnation of this council, we order you to cease these activities, and yet, here we sit, face to face with a visitor from the future,
That means
who
it's
arrived
success.
here in the very machine you agreed not to construct.
We are about to evacuate this city in the hope that it will lie safe for many years, and then one day our kind will return. And they have. It is because of my experiments that we now have the opportunity.
Enough! We have no time for this. I am hereby ordering the destruction of this time travel device and all the materials connected with its design. You are welcome to return to Earth with our people. You shall not be returning to yours.
Of course, Janus refused to concede defeat.
Kind of weird, the name Janus.
The more someone told him
Jonas.
not to do something, the more he had to do it. So he came up with an alternate plan.
May I ask what it is you're doing?
Calculating the necessary power needed.
Needed for?
You said the shield collapsed shortly after your arrival. I have to find a way to extend the supply of power. What is it you called them?
A ZPM, zero-point module.
Yes. They're designed to operate in parallel, all three providing power to the city simultaneously. However, used in sequence, it may be possible to sustain the necessary power for the needed time.
I couldn't believe my eyes. 3 ZPMs right in front of me.
There is one small problem, however. Someone will need to remain behind in the city to transfer the power from one device to the other, to rotate them sequentially.
Over thousands of years?
It is possible.
Janus, please report to Central Control.
It was my choice, Elizabeth. I didn't second guess it then. And I don't regret it now.
Where is Dr. Weir?
She's gone through the gate. She was among the first to evacuate.
Good.
Janice prepared the stasis chamber for me. Said it would be like a deep, dreamless sleep.
I'm inputting commands for the system to revive you twice at intervals of approximately 3.3 thousand years so that you can rotate the ZPMs. I'll give you instructions on how to reactivate the stasis process afterwards. I'm also entering the necessary commands to commence final revival the moment sensors indicate the presence of your expedition team. I feel that I must tell you that there is a possibility, remote as it is, that this might not succeed.
I know.
It's impossible to predict what will happen over such a long period of time. I'm convinced that you will survive. But in the highly unlikely eventuality that you don't, I've programmed a fail-safe mechanism to protect the city.
Fail-safe?
If the power drains to a critical level, the mechanism holding the city on the ocean floor will release and it will rise to the surface.
Really? And then they left. All of them, returning to Earth through the Stargate.
What's all that?
My research.
You're gonna build another time shield.
Doubt I'll succeed. Think that the council will be watching my every move.
I'm sure you will find a way.
And I'm guessing he does, because
My bloke will address it to the gate, except Earth. You
this is
will
the
be
same guy that made that ship, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the hope that Atlantis will survive another 10,000 years after you discover it again. I'm ready.
And then I was alone. I set the city to slumber. And began my long journey home.
And your hair only grew that much. 10,000 years and it grew only that much.
It worked. The stasis, the failsafe. You gave up your entire life.
No, because we are the same person. The best part of my life. It's just beginning. I'm exploring a new galaxy. I have years ahead of me still. Trust yourself, Elizabeth. All that matters is right now. The note, I wrote it in case I didn't survive. Has Rodney figured it out yet?
5 gate addresses.
Outposts, each one with a 0-point module. Janice told me.
The note she left. The coordinates of planets to have known ZPMs.
They could still be there. M7G677's on here. I mean, this is amazing, Elizabeth. We've got...
Oh. Guess that came in handy. Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty-o, well that was Stargate Atlantis Season 1, Episode 15. I liked that episode a lot, to be honest. I like the concept of, you know, time travel-y shenanigans connecting together. I liked it. Yeah, I don't have much else to say other than that. What did you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.